Chapter 8, Tayzeu. In the center of Longest Land, the large central farms made up 80% of this land. Following these farmlands was Tayzeu. Captain Jedham's land was in the center. Majorans to the north and General Abel was to the south. The richest among the Phoenix in New York. They all had generation wealth that goes back hundreds of years. Captain Jedham's family wealth came from capturing and training slaves. Majorans family wealth was created from the technology of the West system and General Abel's family wealth by financing both Captain Jedham's family and Majorans family's projects. Thomas, whom Captain Jedham killed, was General Abel's nephew, but very intelligent he was his son. These three families owned the land that stretched from Cyprus Parkway to Lake Evan, fertile and with a common slave population of 4,000 slaves, and these slaves, depending on their duties, worked in the property. Only a few lived in the property, and the rest lived in the ghetto. Those that worked in the land were based on their owner's land. Everything north of Lake Evan to orient and Montauk to the south was called ghetto, and to the far east was Governor's land, which served as a prison or disciplinary center. There was only one train to the west, and that one if you fought steel fence ran from Stony Brook to Osland to the east, separating them from the ghetto. The three were the wealthiest men in New York called the laboratory. And their land was known as Sus. The ghetto started as for south as Connecticut River State Park Preserve train station, just 3 miles northeast of General Abel's estate. Thus wouldn't work till and Fort Sus worked the west stations. Wicked and slaves worked 3 8-hour set days. The morning shift was from 8 am to 4 p.m. they made. Set from 4 p.m. to 12 am, and the night set from 12 am to 8 am. The train ran only 3 trains per shift in 30-minute increments, starting at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and 7:30 am, and if one didn't catch their train or was late, great pain will befall them and their family. The train station was the only transient except for the slaves to Sus. This train ran incredibly fast as they separated people to the different west stations in Burlington, Vermont, Richmond, Virginia, Columbus, and Cleveland, Ohio. These locations were set the west and around town central location, White Mountain National Forest, to purchase clean water, hydrogen fuel, brick making, biogas, and other materials and functions. To Medicine Captain Jedham's land, on Abooksigun's Asra's 6th birthday, Abooksigun, Dion, Waits, Rena, and the twins made their way down to the captain's wine cellar and decided to drink a bottle of wine. After a few hours of discussing their next moves, Abooksigun looked at the wall. He just went to see what I'm not supposed to see. Buckled on, let's go to the ghetto and see your people. Feeling tipsy, a Kirknino said, let's go and see. A constable said, yeah, let's go. Dion and Abooksigun started joking, and Dom sighed, you wonder if he even got a ghetto. They began. Tossing to Paxson in Tillet, you wonder if he even got a ghetto. Dion rapid, he was raised, Tillet Loniga doing bad said. Talkmeth said, Cassie never had said. He can't remember being whipped in class and defeated and passed Mama whipped me as. As they slowly made their way to the of the land, they became quiet, Abooksigun said, and break a hole small enough for us to crawl through it. A cook in the side, I can't blew a small hole 2 inches within the constable side. Joe, please, only us can fit in there. How are we supposed to crawl into it, and Avarian started lying. A cook in the side, hold on. Waving back and forth before a cook in blow again, how to awful. Abooksigun sighed, Joel, you know you're drunk now, cast that's so big. They were stumbling and like I guess they walked to the other side. An elderly homeless man looked at them as they struggled around the wall. What hell to the now, yells this good to put it sit back up. This motherfucker's gonna know he did that safe cast the sure is me side of the wall. You don't care how long it takes, but you'll block as this gonna fix it said now. Abooksigun looked at the man, old man, we'll fix it before tonight is over with, today is me birthday. The man looked at Abooksigun in his wardrobe, bitch, look what you're saying and do what you said. If you don't, you'll be dead before tomorrow. Dion came trying to wallow. And the man looked twice, and you'll don't knap it a little like this bite all, hell no, you might hear, yell and yell on and if they ask, you in total. Dion smelled, hello. But I'm not an this, I'm Anastasia, and these are my brothers and sisters. Waving back and forth, Abooksigun looked at the wall. Hold on, I get this, then talk the elements and repair the fence leaving him at the door. She looked at the men inside. We'll sit down till we get back. The men ran off screaming, voodoo, black magic, witches, and warlocks are in our midst. Run. Abooksigun sighed. Let's run with him. The night air was disturbing as he walked down the streets. The people stared at him. Abooksigun on the constable looked at the people and whispered, we got ourselves an audience. Rana looked at Abooksigun. Bog, do you smell what smell? Why is it so dark? Abooksigun sighed. Why the darkness has so dull with smell? It held your senius farted. You was been net with your nastiest. Holding his nose, Teyzeu sank. They said nothing as they watched the woman degrading themselves and him and taking advantage of the woman for cryptos. Yes, the night went on. Abooksigun and the twins walked the streets until daybreak, and they became saddened. Abooksigun sang a song by year until fading for you, and Abooksigun sang background with the constable, and the people started gathering round him, all the smuggling tear, filled the head when they stare, all the paint had we beer. What, you'll better beware. Tarragons don't play fair. Y'all we got is a prayer. Abooksigun had never seen so much disrespect, low self-esteem, and degradation among his people with grade. A string risked, we're Ukraine. Abooksigun got mad. Am I but not how I feel? Do you not see what I see? You false man. Who told you that a man is not supposed to cry? You fool, how can you even act like you are not a human living in inhuman conditions? What has all this caused you here to Bekelos? Abooksigun wiped the tears from his eyes and looked at the man in his eyes. It know you all don't know me. Both me veteran told me until the days, the South was the mediator of spirituality, and the farthest away from the South, voodoo and witchcraft dominated the states. It was debatable if the only city in the South, New Orleans, had more witchcraft than the rest of the United States. That wasn't the insane day before the Abenians, but one thing is for sure, we no certain plan to dominate this plant, and it is what it was, before they arrived, for they are his minions. But why did they hear the refisme? But it looks as if we have gone back 1,000 years instead of going 1,000 years ahead in time. Abooksigun noticed the people gathering around him as he continued to speak. Let me go back to the Nigeria when there were thousands of freaking humans. They were banned from relationships with white people, excluded from education and employment, and some were sterilized, taking others to concentration camps. Once World War I broke out, some African soldiers were fought for Germany settled there. But there was a second group whose presence fit into the Nazi sphere of racial mixing. As part of the treaty signed after Germany's defeat, French troops occupied the Rhine area of Western Germany. France used at least 20,000 soldiers from its African empire, mainly North and West Africa, to politic the area. Some of who had relationships with German women. The term Rhinoan bastards was coined to refer to the 600 to 800 mixed children resulting from those relationships. Tipper spoke to some people as a main fears of an impure race, and they made stories and rakish caricatures of sexually predatory African soldiers. Once in power, the Nazis subsisted with Jews and racial purity. Gradually led to the Holocaust, the industrialized slaughter of 6 million Jewish people during World War II, and the mass murder of Roma, people with disabilities, and some Slavic people. Black Germans were targeted, too, although not in the same systematic way. The Nuremberg laws, which outlawed marriages between Jews and other Germans, were passed. They later amended it to include black people and Roma in the same category as Jews. But fear of racial mixing persisted, and the mixed children from Rhineland were targeted for forced sterilization. They forced men to have a vasectomy and were given a sterilization certificate, the only thing that allowed people to work. It also forced them to sign an agreement saying they would not marry or have sex with people with German blood. It subjected all black Germans to persecution under Nazi rule. The genocide of the Herero and Nama people in Namibia revealed to a negative view of Africans. After Hitler came to power, they were harassed, humiliated in public, excluded from work and education, and rendered stateless. There was some resistance, but they kidnapped and murdered foes. So, it's difficult to deny that black people also suffered at the hands of the Nazis. As time passes, many people would go into the hospital for standard surgical procedures such as an appendectomy, only to find out afterward that they had been sterilized. Amharic adopted this idea, and an untold number of women of color endured such level during this partly because of medical racism. Black, Native American, and Puerto Rican women reported being sterilized without consent after undergoing routine medical procedures or giving birth. Others say they knowingly signed documentation allowing them to be sterilized or were coerced into doing so in North Carolina. Countless Americans who were poor, mentally ill, from minority backgrounds, or otherwise regarded as undesirable, were sterilized. What was known as the Eugenics movement, this movement carried on like welfare. Feminists believe if they so take these measures to prevent undesirables from reproducing so that poverty and substance abuse will be eliminated in future generations. Developed mainly by Sir Francis Galton, his idea was to Abooksigun destroyed with his fingers, to improve humanity. Eugenics was increasingly discredited as insignificant racial abuse during the 8th century, especially after the adoption of its doctrines by the Nazis to justify their treatment of Jews, disabled people, and other minority groups. However, by the 1860s, tens of thousands of Americans were sterilized in state eugenics programs. It was not known until years later that they had been sterilized like North Carolina and 13 other states who adopted the same program. Between 1829 and 1874, in North Carolina alone, 7,600 people were sterilized, about 85% of black women and girls. They eliminated the eugenics program in 1874, but legislation permitting involuntary sterilization of residents remained until 2006. Many were described as promiscuous and feeble-minded. Puerto Rico sterilized more than a third of women from the 1830s to the 1870s because of a partnership between the U.S. government, Puerto Rican lawmakers, and medical officials. Doctors didn't think poor women could use the contraception effectively. Many women receive sterilizations for free or very little money as they enter the workforce. Before long, Puerto Rico had the world's highest sterilization rate. It became so common it was widely known as "Labratory" among the islanders. Thousands of men in Puerto Rico underwent sterilizations as well. A third of Puerto Ricans did not even understand the nature of the procedure, including that it meant they could not bear children in the future. Sterilization was not the only way Puerto Rican women's reproductive rights were violated. U.S. pharmaceutical researchers also experimented in Puerto Rican women for human birth control pill trials. Many women experienced severe side effects such as nausea and vomiting, did. The participants had not been told that the birth control pill was experimental and that they were taking part in a clinical trial, only taking medication to prevent pregnancy. 25% of Native American women between the ages of 15 and 44 also reported that they endured government-ordered sterilizations. Girls had their tubes tied without their consent. This. Officials did not give them all the information about sterilization procedures, coerced them into signing paperwork consenting to such practices, and gave them improper consent forms. They targeted Native American women for sterilization because they had higher birth rates than white women. With male doctors as minority women to gain expertise in performing gynecological procedures. Native American women suffered because many marriages ended in divorce, and mental health problems ensued. They thought poor people had bad morals, were lazy, impulsive, irresponsible, lacked family values, and lacked the skills and smarts to fit in with the economy. A cooking in a cell people running off, we are running off. Your woman up profit, it's almost sadist, salasa, they are trained to get it last trained to work. Yes, another man, how is all this that you speak about supposed to help us? Abooksigun, saddened by the man's words, you don't know it, but you will as soon as if a doubt. But on the now, then he sighed, well, make that all. And the man asks, what is that? Abooksigun sighed on, we have animals who live better than this, where I'm from. And the man asks, and the second thing? Abooksigun smiled, say both. Did not send me here without reason. The man looked at Abooksigun and sighed in anger, say both. Say both. You don't run it but your mouth. The system, this government, runs the set so learn the game, understand the game, see the game, then play the game. You did make the rules, you can't change the rules, period. Pointing at the bubble city, the man continued, on person in that endometer reported as 50 letters of fetus and 500 letters of foreign, now multiplied that by 200 million plus people. Our only job is to gather the set and deliver it to its destination. Jack the fuck out of here with that Sabbath sight. And the man walked away. Saddened by the disbelief, Abooksigun was about to walk away when some people walked up to him. I don't believe in Sabbatharian have accepted the way life is. However, we can't listen to your conversation in world like that no more. Abooksigun smiled. First man he talk plain, for it really understand. Me feather made his watch out to series like snow, showing how the key a privilege from drinks being separate to black name bohos and daughter's house and movies about our history during ancient times. Another shouted stands out his power, raising cannon. He never knew why he made his look at those 2,000 until now. They pitched mothers against feathers and the children against feathers, and the single mother became a thing, and to Matwes he don't need a man. This way into the very fabric of what a common is, family. Is it the clearest that that we as a people continue to help to this day, not everywhere, but for its obvious, that is what they ended. They didn't want a family unit but a baking factory to produce slaves that could be productive. It took 400 years to get ordinary inequalities and freedom around Wilat Shihayarat, but they needed their help because they rapid and pillaged this plant. They needed this more than ever, and all we got was, I'm sorry, doesn't cut it but we healed and became a great nation, but this world was already being repaired. Still, it lasted over 1,000 years before the world could recover from the abuse of greedy men. It was also an opportunity for Thebanians to come and create their doctrine to be plagued and harmony, like this 10 minutes Talmuds. All kinds of beliefs, isms, and suchisms had replaced God. While people are suffering from PTSD and other mental disabilities, and women claim to rule over men and started dictating to men what we need to do and how to do it until the minister set them down and stray men begin to travel abroad, practice celibacy, or just deal with it themselves, the woman came back saying, I'm sorry. They tricked our woman into thinking this way, but it was another mental game that rulers over his planet and it's good. Yes, some became gay, and some even committed suicide to escape what seems to be a losing battle. Our family finally fell back in place as it was from the beginning, but Thebanians are doing the same here, unlike where I'm from, where we live in peace and harmony with true nature. Both here, the women are more masculine than I have ever seen. Being strong and masculine are two different things. My mother was a strong woman, but she learned to be submissive to my father, and we had a loving home. How long will it take before your people have the same ways of living again? You help it us above. You don't have to wait for it to find out. You will do his will and live here as soon as possible. Harry suddenly appeared before them. Where in the hell did he come from? One of the women asked. Abooksigun said to the woman, he's a speedster. And the woman sighed, a speedster. Abooksigun smiled, you will explain later, for we have not demonstrated the power of Sabbath as it and turned to heavens. Yes? Harry sighed, man, we've been looking all over for you. Odin said you need to return. The general wants to meet tomorrow, and the major wants a meeting with Intihar with Captain Jedim about. Whispering, or a little meeting. Abooksigun and the small group had been up all night, and it was the thing, Salasam, and the quickly said to Harris, he forgot. Take me there, and you guys be careful and walk back as soon as possible. Harris held Abooksigun and talk of the captain's place. Without changing clothes. Odin insisted that Abooksigun change, but he didn't, just make up early, and let's get ready with this meeting. Abooksigun said after seeing what his people were going through. Odin agreed and continued on their way. As they made their way there, Abooksigun apologized for his behavior and Town with Odin explained what happened at the header. Odin explained why he didn't want him to go there until it was time, but Abooksigun looked at Odin. There's no way Nathan can prepare a person for something like that, but things have to change, and now, they discussed the matter as they hid North Majorion's property. Irving and they give the property, Ren and Havas, the speedsters, were dropped the familiarly just in case they were needed as they were more paid into Captain Jedim. At the same time, Sigmund's locked up hid with husks. Raivesin. Sigmund's locked at Abooksigun. He is inside with to a woman bound hands and feet. On his bound to the ceiling and another to a bed. Abooksigun looked at Odin, and you wonder who he get mad. Odin sighed, he understand, and he agree, But who have the plates on smart we need all this land along the Great Wall to control the land. Tis three minorities in the land of the Enigmas. Abooksigun beat down on his lower jaw hard, yes, ik know. Diebert knocked into doors Captain Jedam, asselden fit towards the say, open this door, you old motherfucker, and par me drink. Majoren opened the door inside, bring your windows in, and they got us a surprise in the room. Just the way you like her hanging from the ceiling, you little dick motherfucker. Dear asked, where is the family? Majoren poured the mid-drink, you were gone so long they went with the opinions of world. Lord knows how long they will be there. You hear tell late. The plague is a paradise. Both me old as like it here, especially since they've been gone. I only got his piece in pussy. Deirdre smiled as she took a sip of the liqueur that Major handed her and started coming. Major said, that's your favorite you mean to tell me you can't hang no more? Let him yes stay walk toward the door. The Major said, ik know you ain't bring this keggies with you. Deirdre said, although done hurries about the waiter with his oldest, and they got me up like and sewing him to rubbish. Major looked at Deirdre, well, Captain, yuck no good in them. Well, we don't allow no kiddies in my home. Send him some bet his the porch until you are ready to leave. Abooksigun and Dildan walked toward the door, an hour that Deirdre had already opened the door to where the young ladies were. Deirdre saw what in a Joe's in pan. She was so enraged that she grabbed Dildan's handkerchief that the captain had said, and without hesitation, she twisted from Major's lower jaw until it came out the top of his head and morphed it back into herself. She screamed. Abooksigun looked at Deirdre, as the two speedsters were shut off her eyed. Abooksigun scratched his head, well, let's see what we can find while we're here. Ran and Heves. Ransacked the plate within 5 minutes. Ran aside, we discovered our own lock downstairs in White Up Presto Bay basement. They all hid downstairs and destroyed the door. The room was filled with servers and on central computer, but no one could figure it out until Abooksigun sat down. My sister was right. He understand it all. It's computer language. He started reading the code and discovered the layout of the bubble city with blueprints and crypto transactions. Abooksigun created a crypto wallet for a man named Dumsra and transferred a large amount of crypto. His account, showing the purchase of the land and all of his slaves in Dun's name and making it seem that Major Richard afford. Major had a sustained nano printer and some computer set up. Abooksigun unknowingly found out that he didn't understand computer language, and his sister's words came back to him in this mode. He took up his toy and started making 30 for his crew. We don't have to share our toy any longer, Don, and in finna make everyone some weapons as well. We might be here for a while, so you might as well make something too. Yet and call the rest to come and get rid of that body before daybreak. The gin will be soon, and the lieutenant must be nasap. Abooksigun and Don began making 2 weapons and toys, wait up 3 days to complete. That night, Abooksigun said, let's go back to Fikatu and see what's happening. This time he talked the dirty 30 with him. Tim and he had met before was there, and Don asked politely, what's your name, old man? The man looked at Don and became afraid, and Don quickly said to the man, what? He have something for you. Reaching into his coat, he grabbed his toy. Do you know what this book is? And the man said, of course, the Holly book, the toy. Don smiled, yes, the last time we were here, you ran off in fear screaming witchcraft and voodoo, Sebat creed the villain, and he's greater than him. How do you not know that's about you with his people powers greater than that of the villain? But as soon as you see great works, the first thing people say is that it is evil. Even the tour says to hot spirit and see if it's true. He didn't give you a book of witchcraft but a Torah. The man opened the book and started flipping through the pages, and Don asked, can you read? The man smiled, Manuel can't, but yes, he can. Don looked at Abooksigun, we need to make some more. Abooksigun smiled, off. Course we do. Don said, can we continue to read to the people and help them learn to read for themselves? The man smiled, of course. They walked round the street, and the people gathered around asking questions, and they all talked to people. Before long, the people left to make it to the train station. Connet Court River State Park Preserve train station was an almost three-story building. Abooksigun and his crew jumped into first train as the people started educating him about the different locations. Our train stalled there, a bell rang for 3 seconds, and the door slowly closed. This train is faster than it thought, but it is smooth as hell. Aldon said in amazement, this is the first time we have ever been on it because Captain Jadam snatched me off that boat faster than anything he saw. He was confused and hard-working, and he didn't care what happened to him, so he bypassed the think most of my people were going through. Abooksigun was surprised to hear Aldon speak of this past. The only tourist enjoyed the scenery but didn't say a word as different people gave him a brief history of the city. By passing the bubble, they were in Richmond, Virginia. 7 minutes told you to Richmond, damn hard Deborah. Heavy sighed, yeah, in it to see how long it takes me. Raina smelled, you'll race you to see was the fastest. Abooksigun smelled as he listened to the crew and the people. The train left Richmond to Columbus, Ohio, then to Burlington, Vermont, and took it to White Mountain National Forest. It stood there for nearly an hour before the doors closed, then headed south on State Old Interstate 18, crossing the river on State Interstate 95, hailing toward Lonnie's Land. As the sun sound, Abooksigun noted in his land to the furthest of them, that looks like some kind of prison or something, and people instructed. And that the Slav who cannot be timid or terrible as and Todi. Abooksigun stood there the king whittled and said to himself, warriors, Winald on call of him, look, there's a stain deck for no Slavs I hear so much about, as I told you earlier. But because of Captain Jadam, you haven't ever been there. But these people are manipulating people to become Slavs, especially people from Haiti, Madagascar, and, look, Ireland. Pointing outside the window at Sep. Do you see those markings on that Sep? That Sep picks people up from Ireland and other small surrounding countries. People who are hungry and desperate, or that's old Ireland. No one knew about Abooksigun's family except Don. Abooksigun kept quiet for the rest of the trip. The train finally stopped, the doors opened, and many people stared as they exited the train. Were you the men that came by the other night speaking to the people and singing songs? A lady asked, and Abooksigun smiled. How can you tell? She looked at Abooksigun from head to toe. Your clothing, everything but you and this necklace, pointing at them, you're wearing the same thing, and even this man with you were burlap. Yankes doesn't come tough. Kato as he does. Abooksigun looked at Aldon. Well, it was it's time to get with the program. Aldon sighed, it's about time you put on whatever else has on Abooksigun smiled. No way you'll find out what I'm wearing. You act like burlap is linen or silk. You'll go to it with the program, plus, that stuff looks itchy. Do you think I'm going to walk around with that on? You're crazy, business, in to check out something in that computer again. Abooksigun thought about the prison and asked the lady, how do we get to the prison? The lady said, Gardener's land, it's impossible to but go to the nearest land and take a boat the rest of the way. Abooksigun looked at Kata, wore a black face, and the lady sighed, excuse me, and Abooksigun said, what, never mind, you was thinking out loud. Abooksigun and the men helped to the people, but Abooksigun became eager to return home. They finally returned home, ate, and discussed what they had learned, and Abooksigun fell asleep in Captain Jadam's regular sounds. Out near Abooksigun in the middle of the night in the basement. It was Don making tours, rubbing his eye. Abooksigun said to Don, it goes you count white. Don smiled, you paid close attention to you the last time, and we'll need to do our part the sun will be main. Abooksigun agreed, as the blood in at their computer, and started looking for the information in the prison and its security system, and then turned to Don, what's up with that other guy in the other side of Captain Jadam. Don quickly sighed, well, his son was the gate that all Captain Jadam's hot end. True and in. Abooksigun thought, we need him out of the picture before he lost the civilians of our prisons, and we will have the fight, and these people haven't even been enlightened. Dead Rick, we have to see him because he wonder what he has over there. There is nothing over here about what's over there. It is a completely separate system, where it's not networked to each other. He was supposed to get back in touch with his hand. He might just have it all but knock him off like all my joy on. Don agreed.